This is a continuation of my tour of the best pages on Slope. As I said, I intended to do one video, but there's so many, I just broke it into two videos of 10 pages each. This is the second one. So we've covered the chart and equities menu. Now let's go over to markets. CRYPTOSTREAM Live. Now I'm not a crypto trader myself, but this is a really cool page. It actually has a portfolio mode to track your positions and your profits and losses. And this is just the CRYPTOSTREAM page itself. And it's obviously real-time live streaming. And it's pretty cool stuff if you're into that sort of thing. Next up is a relatively new page, Global Economic Charts. This has an ungodly amount of data from all over the world. You can see hundreds of countries, from the biggest to the smallest, and a couple of dozen really amazing data points here. We also have shared charts. I'm so proud of this page, and this is just one of those that if it is available, it's probably at an incredibly high price, this kind of information. A much smaller version of that is the US macroeconomic data page. It's just a straight up stack of important charts, largely dealing with interest rates, but also the unemployment rate, consumer price index, and things of that nature. There is another feature on the site called METASYMBOLS, which a lot of you have been overlooking. And this page walks you through what a meta symbol is and how it's useful, how to create it, how to use it, and so forth, and how to share it. Now we're in earnings season now. So over on the options page, earnings reactions is a pretty cool little critter. This shows over the course of decades, each quarter's announcement and what the change was. So you can see the date of the earnings announcement and the positive changes in blue and the negative in red. And you can obviously punch this in for anything under the sun, NVIDIA, Apple, IBM, and so forth. Now, also related to the earnings season, the volatility calendar. And for options traders, this is especially useful. And this just breaks down day by day what the big earnings announcements are, what their average moves are, and what the implied move is. So that's the volatility calendar. Now, there are about 45,000 posts on the site, and they're a way to boil down that massively, in case you just want to hone in on the really good stuff. Under the read menu, best posts of all time. And that kind of says it like it is. And I've taken 45,000 posts and boiled it down to, maybe 100 or 150 of them in these different categories. So this is what I consider the very best of my writing over the 20 years that I've been doing this. On the social menu, this item in white here, browse chart database. And by the way, the items in white, you see each menu has one white menu. That tends to be kind of the highlight of that menu. So browse chart database is the highlight of this one. And this is what I call social trade. And it's a way for you to drill down into this crowdsourced library of tens of thousands of charts that people have been kind enough to assemble over the many years that Slope has been around. There is also a critter called SLOPETALK. Now, the discussion forum on Slope has been around for almost its entire history, and that's just your kind of standard straight-up discussion post forum at the bottom of every site. SLOPETALK is a much more modern version of that. Now, I didn't edit this to make the pause go away, because it does take a little bit to load because there's so much going on. But it's an extraordinary way to participate in discussion without being so tethered to a post. It just sort of shows all discussion in one unified space. So if you're into just hanging out with the community, that's the best way to do it. And speaking of best, as our very last page, under help, we have best pages for you. And you can essentially look at any of these broad categories and kind of say, well, what are you? And click on it, and it will present to you the items that are most relevant to that kind a visitor to the site, and you can click on any of those links to go straight to that page. So that wraps it up. We've gone through 20 really cool pages, and that was the second group of 10, and I hope you learned a few new things.